Commence primary ignition.
I'm just not the hero type, clearly.
What a piece of junk.
Enterprise, this is the captain.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's all part of the plan.
Engage.
Welcome back to Podcast 2 for 1. I am your host, Donavon Thompson, with my co-host,
Daniel Wingfield.
And we are back with another Babycast review for the weekend, right?
Babycast.
So, over the weekend,
No,
I
this
had
is coming out on Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I watched the movie over the weekend, and now I'm reviewing said movie.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
I can see the confusion.
Sorry.
No, it's good. So, over the weekend, I ended up catching Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, which you'll find out in the later episode this week. Warner Brothers actually changed the name of that, but watch that episode so you can see why they changed it and our thoughts on it.
I actually wanted to go, but as you can tell from the sound of my voice, I was not feeling well. So.
Yeah, and come hell or high water, I will go watch a movie.
I just didn't think people wanted to be in a movie theater with me going cough, 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 hack, hack, hack.
Yeah, you ever seen Outbreak where the guy sneezes in the theater and basically contaminates the whole theater?
Outbreak? Is that a movie?
The movie Outbreak, yeah.
No.
Well,
is it like Contagion?
Yeah, Contagion's like Outbreak. So, so I'm that guy. So if there's a virus spreading, it was Donavon when he should have stayed at home and he didn't want to watch a movie instead. But back to Birds of Prey. This is overall my thoughts real quick. I'm gonna try to keep this again a baby cast, right? It's a fun movie. It's good. Margot Robbie is great as Harley Quinn. If you don't know a little bit about the story, is that she is basically her and the Joker have broken up. And so she is trying to basically survive the onslaught of the cops and other gangsters and everybody else who basically, now that you're not dating Joker, you don't have this protection, then we are going to come after you for X, Y, and Z.
How did you buy that? Because to me, that automatically comes off a little like, are they that afraid of the Joker? Is the Joker just chilling and they don't want to touch him? Like,
I mean, I do buy it because I've read so many comics and it lines up with that. I mean, I think for the real world, I don't know, but it makes sense in the movie.
Does it feel consistent with like Suicide Squad, I guess?
Well, I'll say this. At first, when they were doing the press releases and everything else, they really was saying like this is kind of like its own like universe kind of thing.
What?
Like its own little thing, but there are literally direct clips ripped from Suicide Squad that are in this movie.
Yeah, I don't understand how they can make that argument.
I don't know why they said it to begin with. But I think they're trying to get away from Jared Leto Joker, and you see like an over the shoulder of his neck at one point, but you can't. But it's almost like the way they do it is that you can't even tell it's Jared Leto or not. So I see that.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's fun, right? I don't think we needed a Harley Quinn movie, at least not at this stage in the DCEU's life cycle. I would rather have had a Superman movie, like a Man of Steel 2 versus a Harley Quinn movie. But we got it. I think it's fine. I think it's definitely Harley Quinn's movie and the other Birds of Prey, Black Canary. We have Cassandra Cain, who ends up becoming Batgirl later. Black Canary is Green Arrow's wife and girlfriend, all that good stuff.
So a lot of these girls are good guys?
They're definitely people who are, at least they're not bad people, but they're mixed up into some shady shit, or at least some shady people. Okay. Which kind of leads us to Black Mask, which is played by Ian McGregor, and he was the best part. He was having so much fun, and I was surprised where his character ended up. He was the best part when he was on screen. I was like, oh man, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it was so fun watching him like be a villain and ham it up.
Yeah, he's not a villain very much.
Yeah, I mean, whenever he's like, he like has a good time, but then he just switches and he's like a bad guy, and he's just like, yep, cut off their fucking faces, and it's like, whoa, it's really pretty gross actually. It's a rated R film. I didn't know it was rated R until I started watching the movie.
Is it pretty gory?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's kind of gory. There's a lot of fucks in there. There's a lot of cussing.
I like fucks.
But when I was watching, I was like, is this rated R? And I was like, it has to be. There's two fucks in the first 2 seconds. But it's fun, you know. I think the way it's told also structurally is like it's kind of, you're introduced to character, kind of like I'm Harley Quinn. Oh wait, let's back up 3 days. Oh wait, there's that character. Well, what was she doing 2 days ago? Let's find out her story. And Harley Quinn's kind of narrating this as we go.
Yeah, how does that work?
It works for the most part. And I'll say this, like I kind of feel like the movie was kind of dragging a little bit in some spots, but when it was all ended, I was like, oh, the movie's over already? And I was like, man, that was kind of a short movie. And I looked at it, it was like an hour and 50-minute movie.
15?
Hour and 50.
I mean, which is over 2 hours.
Which is almost,
it's almost 3 hours.
Hour and 50. Hour and 50 minutes.
I was thinking 150 minutes.
Yeah. No, so I was like, oh wow, like okay, it was almost 2 hours long. Like, okay, maybe it had a good pace, But I'll say one thing: there is tons and tons of action in this movie.
Really? How is the action?
It's good because we knew this a couple months ago, but they went back and did reshoots with one of the directors of John Wick, and he did the.
So are there 2 directors credited?
There's only one director. I can't think of her name right now. But she directed the film, and then the John Wick director, he come in and he ended up basically spicing up the action sequences.
Gotcha.
And he used to be a stunt coordinator, I believe. And they're good. And you can tell it's like John Wick plus a DC movie.
Yeah.
But because they're really street level, grounded characters. They're not Superman. They're not even Batman. They're just doing like hand to hand on the ground level kind of stuff. And that was really cool to watch. I think again it was good, but I think at the end of the day I was like, I don't know why I got this movie. I'll definitely me, I'll buy it, whatever, blah blah blah. But I was kind of like, it doesn't really like just sit with me on a grand level.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it feels like it's in line with what I've perceived as like DCEU's methodology is they're like, we want to be good movies, but we want to be different than Marvel. We want to stand out from the Marvel type of superhero film, with the exception being Wonder Woman, which is also with the exception being their most successful film.
Well, not
critically.
No, yeah, critically. I was going to say like their most Marvel film is probably Aquaman, and it made $1 billion.
Do you think it's better than Wonder Woman? More Marvel than Wonder Woman?
No, I would say.
I mean, Wonder Woman was almost Captain America, but Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no, I would say Wonder Woman's a better film, but the last 20 minutes of Aquaman. Have you seen Aquaman?
No, I didn't really have any interest in it.
Dude, the movie, it's like you would pick it. I could pick it apart. I could pick that movie apart 10 times over.
Yeah,
but the last 20 minutes of that movie,
is it just the battle? The battle's good.
It's so fucking good. The last 20 minutes, like it's literally.
Should I just watch that part? Should I just watch the last 20 minutes?
Maybe.
Well, will it be?
It's actually a long movie. It's like 2 hours, and it feels honestly like 5-hour movie, which is not a compliment. But
no,
it's like a 2 hour and 20 minute movie, 2 hour and 30 minute movie, but it feels like 5 hours. But the last 20 minutes though, are fucking insane. It's like this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Okay. I might just watch that part.
You probably should. I'll bring you Shazam and I'll bring you Aquaman.
Yeah.
We need to watch. Oh hell, we'll just watch them. I'll watch them together.
Sure.
We'll do some retro Babycast reviews. Catch you back up on the DCEU.
Okay. I don't know. Well, that's. Well, put a question mark.
You need to, and here's why.
Why do I need to?
Because you're watching Joker, and I consider this all part of the
Joker's
multiverse.
not DCEU.
I consider it part of the multiverse. To me, I consider it all part of the same baby. So
the only ones I haven't seen are Batman vs Superman.
Wait, you haven't seen that?
No.
You saw Justice League before you saw BVS?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I didn't need. I mean,
you saw Justice League with me actually.
I did, yeah, in 3D, which is a mistake.
It wasn't.
3D is always
I own
a
it on
mistake.
3D
3D is
and 4K.
always. You don't even have a 3D TV.
I own it on 3D and 4K. I know I don't. I have over 40 3D movies.
You know what you need to do? You know what you need to do? You need to like get it on 2 phones and put a blue cast on one and a red cast on one, and then just hold it up to your eyes on 2 different.
I
phones.
could, you know why? Because I own 2 copies of it.
Do you have 2 phones though?
I have 2 digital copies.
But see, what you'd have to do is you'd have to take it into like Premiere and like turn it all like put a red cast or a blue cast on each version of it.
You know what? What's interesting is that this actually could be done. I didn't think about that. We can make our own 3D movies. We can make you a 3D.
Do you remember those
podcast
old,
2-for-1?
Do you remember those?
Dude, we need to make a special 3D episode of podcast 2-for-1.
Back in like early 2010s, there was those like when everyone was trying to compete with iPhone, but no one could. And so like Android's coming out with all these stupid gimmicks, and one of the gimmicks was a 3D camera on the back of the phone.
Really?
And it actually shot 3D, and it came with glasses that you could watch it in 3D.
Oh, wow.
It was the dumbest thing in the world.
Dude, we
because
could literally...
you can't send it to anyone. Otherwise, they're going to be like, what's this blurry ass video? You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't know.
What's the point of that?
There's something type of innovation there.
I remember, you remember Darrell Green from film?
Oh, yeah.
He had
his brother, Dashad Green, him and his brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had one of those phones. I remember I was at some party with him, and he was like, I'm making a 3D video. And I was like,
definitely got laid that night.
Oh, yes. The 3D video was dynamite in the sack. So,
no, I think ultimately, speaking of sacks, that's the worst segue ever. I said it and I was
you mean like ball sacks?
I was going to say ball sacks, but I was like, how can I work that into Birds of Prey? And I can't really.
Wow, that was speaking of sacks.
Birds of Prey. I think it's fun. Go watch it.
Yeah, how are you connecting that to Birds of Prey? What does a
I had
sack have to do with Birds of Prey?
I had nothing. I was just pulling up.
Actually, I think that's funny. I think you should start doing segues that make no sense. I think like every segue has no actual segueness to it. That would be way funnier.
Anti-segue man.
Yeah, anti-segue man. That's
the opposite of John August.
That's right.
August
John.
There you go. So go watch it. If you're a fan of comic book movies, it's a lot of fun. I think it has a lot of pizzazz to it. It's got some cool set pieces. I think at the end of the day, you might forget about it in a year or two, but go watch it.
What you're saying is wait for it to come to Netflix.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, for someone like me, no, but for someone like you, probably yes. I think, I don't know. It's actually a lot of fun. Something about it. I think it's just not what I want to watch at the moment. I think I want Batman, right? I want Superman. I want Batman. I want Aquaman.
You want good movies.
I want the big. I mean, that could have been. This could have been a Netflix movie. This could have been a Warner Brothers HBO Max movie. Versus, they put $80 million to $100 million in this. Why didn't you give me like a $100 million Batman movie? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that would have been way.
Well, I mean, apparently, that is theoretically in the works.
I don't know if it's that cheap. I bet you it's about 200. I bet you.
Well,
still
yeah, but I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. Like they are working on a Batman movie.
They are. But I'm saying like it would have been cool to give one of their bigger characters less money and then make that a franchise versus someone who, I mean, Suicide Squad made a lot of money. It made $800 million, surprisingly, and it's like a garbage movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's things about it I really
it's
like.
The only Oscar winner too.
It's not now. Joker won.
Oh well,
Joker
but DCEU is the only Oscar winner.
I guess so. Yeah. Oh.
That is such an irony of, but it's irony. It's ironic, but it's also just seems appropriate in some way for like how the DCEU as a whole has been functioning. Like the amount of dysfunction in that.
We are getting a sequel to the Suicide Squad called The Suicide Squad by James Gunn.
That's right. And but is it a sequel or is it a new?
It's a sequel. I mean, Harley Quinn's going to be in it.
I'm so surprised. Well, I guess it made $100 million. So
yeah, it did. And I mean, that's going to be a fun movie. James Gunn wrote it and directed it.
Most likely, yes.
And you have all these huge actors.
His humor style definitely fits that kind of character.
I think it fits that more than. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was never like that until he come in. Like the comics,
it wasn't jokey like that.
No, the comics weren't like that.
My favorite thing ever. So.
Yeah, so like I think it's like that is. He's perfect for Suicide Squad. Like his trauma background and everything else. It's perfect.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Anyway, go check out the movie. Also, if you haven't, go check out our previous Babycast where we review Spider-Man Far From Home, retro review. We also review Bad Boys for Life. And then check out next week's Babycast where we go back and retroactively review Joker. Which Joaquin Phoenix just won an Oscar for, right? And also check out, again, this week's episode where we sit down with Christopher Pistol and we go over the Oscars, Picard, and also The Outsider.
That'll be coming to you on Friday. Probably.
There you go. And also, I know we can announce it. We have Andrew Sweatman coming back for the Joker Babycast.
Yeah, next week we'll have Andrew Sweatman on to talk about Joker with us.
Yeah.
And then in 2 weeks, actually, Philip Price of Initial Reaction Reviews, I believe their Tavern Talk is their main YouTube channel, will be joining us on the 26th to talk about whatever the hell we think of to talk about.
There you go. So, Daniel, how can our followers comment and write into us?
They can write in at bit.ly/241mail. That's bit.ly/241mail. Restrictions may apply.
There you go. And if you want to follow us on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, then it's at podcast241. Of course, if you want to watch us on YouTube at podcast241 and leave a comment, kind of, engage. There's a lot of comments. You have to kind of swim through them to kind of talk to somebody. But
yeah, there's a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Avoid the toxic ones.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then also, of course, if you want to listen to us like iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, however you want to do it, we're on there. All the things. And if you happen to find any of those things, please leave us a rating or a review.
Yeah. Share us with your friends.
There you go.
Podcast 241 makes a great Christmas gift.
It really does.
I know we're not, we're about a year from Christmas, but think ahead. I mean,
look, Valentine's Day gift, dude.
That's true.
Yeah.
All you have to do is show your significant other this. You say, like, honey,
yeah,
I know we usually give gifts, but today I just want to show you the best podcast that's ever existed. And you know what? She'll have sex with you for that. I imagine. That's.
You probably can't finish the sentence before you're already doing inappropriate things to each other.
And this applies to guys and girls. I mean, we're, Yeah.
Whoever. Sure.
So you're welcome for the perfect Valentine's present.
There you go. So my name is Donavon Thompson,
My name is Danny Wingfield.
and we have spoken.